It's a wet, rainy night at Fenway Park as the Red Sox return home for Game 1 of a brief key two-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody, as the Red Sox return home to take on the Minnesota Twins, a team off to a very good start. They're atop the American League Central and coming into Fenway Park playing some pretty good baseball, but it always starts with the M&M boys, Morneau and Maurer. As we take a look at some of the numbers, Morneau and Maurer enter the night 1-2 in the American League in average. Morneau comes in at .366, while Maurer has won the batting title 3 of the past 4 seasons. He's second at .360. Morneau also leads the American League in on-base percentage at .482. Maurer is 6th with a .427 on-base percentage. Morneau has at least 1 hit in 31 of 37 games and has appeared in this season, and Maurer has 3 3-hit games in the last 8. With more on the Minnesota Twins, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Joe Maurer and Justin Morneau are one of the most dangerous 3-4 combinations in all of baseball. The two are ranked first and second in the American League in batting average and are locked up with the Twins for years to come. I talked with Justin Morneau about the M&M and their dynamic relationship.
You know, I kind of feed off what he does. You know, he's from watching him, I think I've become a more patient hitter. He's always known the strike zone since his first day in the big leagues, and it's something that I've worked at a lot and tried to improve on. And I think by him hitting in front of me, I kind of see what he does, see how the pitcher's pitching him, and you know, it's just fun to come to the park and have a teammate, you know, like that you can learn from, but at the same time, you know, have fun with and do all those other things too. So.
With Maurer's 8-year contract he signed in the offseason, the duo are locked up for years to come. And Morneau said, along with a number of other offseason moves, he said he's excited about the state of the Twins for years to come. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. It's Game 1 of this brief 2-game series, and it's coming your way next. By Southwest Airlines, your New England Subaru dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Ford dealers, Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network, your New England Kia dealers, and by AT&T. Hey, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. Very similar conditions to what we endured last night in New York. It's kind of misting here. Maybe not as bad and maybe not as windy, although the wind appears to be blowing in as the Red Sox take the field tonight. As they do, let's check out the visiting Minnesota Twins starting 9. Denard Span leads it off in center field with Orlando Hudson at second base. Joe Maurer does the catching. He bats third with Justin Morneau at first base. It's Michael Kadire in right field batting fifth. Jim Thomey's in there tonight as the DH, with Jason Kubel in left field batting seventh. Brendan Harris at shortstop bats eighth. And Nick Punto is at third base. He bats ninth. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox is Clay Buchholz. Makes his 8th start of the year, a 4-3 record coming in with a 3.46 earned run average. Opponent hitting at .269 against Buchholz. He is 0-1 in his career against the Minnesota Twins. He's made just one start against them previously. His last time out, he got a victory against the Detroit Tigers, a 6 1/3 inning effort, giving up 3 hits and 1 run.
The Red Sox defense is 7th in the American League. They've made 25 errors in their 40 games. Adrian Beltre will be at third base. Bill Hall will shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. And Kevin Youkilis the first baseman. Left to right, Jeremy Herminer, Darnell McDonald, and J.D. Drew. And Victor Martinez doing the catching for Buchholz.
Umpiring crew in the game tonight. Mike Winters has the play calling the balls and strikes. Brian Runge at second base. Mike Easterbrook is at second. And it's Jerry Lane, the umpire, at third. Are available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
As I mentioned, similar conditions to last night in New York as light rain falls here. It's 53 degrees. Wind blowing in at the moment at 13 miles per hour. And maybe cloudy the rest of the night, and hopefully this precipitation departs, because right now it's just kind of falling softly. Nothing that will hamper the game at the moment, as Clay Buchholz came home last night. He did not have to endure the trip that many of his teammates did last night. He left prior to the ball game to prepare for this game tonight, so he is well rested. Denard Span and the Minnesota Twins are well rested. They get a late afternoon yesterday from Toronto after wrapping up their series against the Jays. And ready to go here tonight as leadoff hitter Denard Span stands in. Buchholz ready to work, and the first pitch of this one is in there for strike one, and we're underway. Goes in a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Span at 259 to start tonight with a home run and 17 runs batted in. So how good he has done at his brand new home Target Field. He hits a 368 and is quickly down 0-2.
Good changeup right there, right out of the chute for Clay Buchholz. Fastball followed by the changeup to quickly get ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. You would think this would be a pitcher's night with these conditions.
Missing it way with the breaking ball. It's 1-2. Buchholz trying to use all his pitches here out of the gate.
Yeah, fastball, changeup, now the curveball that apparently just missed being strike 3.
Mentioned Mike Winters as the plate tonight. Jerry Lane, the crew chief, is the third base umpire tonight. 1-2 pitch. He's down and in, 2-2. As I mentioned, Buchholz has faced the Twins just once in his career, a loss back on May 12th, way back in 2008. He was in Minnesota. Gave up 7 runs in 4 1/3 innings. The Red Sox 7-3 loss. A 2-2 pitch. Changeup grounded foul. Hangs at 2-2. On deck is Orlando Hudson. Gardenhire's Minnesota Twins come in at 24-15. They get a 2-game lead over the Tigers atop the American League Central. They did lose the final game in that series against Toronto for arriving here in Boston. Span gets a piece and stays alive.
In a typical fashion, they're doing everything well. They're pitching well, they're hitting well, and they're playing great defense. As you look at the standings, 2 games ahead of the Tigers, 7.5 in front of the White Sox, 8 and 9.5. Of course, the Royals at the bottom of the league in the AL Central.
Down low, and it's a full count. They've been 0-2. Span working hard, missing guy against Buchholz. Frank Hillis got home at about 5:30 this morning. As the Red Sox coming back from New York last night and getting ready for this brief 2-game series and back out again after the ball game tomorrow night. 3-2 is grounded towards second base. Pedroia on the backhand for out number one.
Well, Span did see quite a few different pitches from Buckholz, but Buckholz will get him on the fastball. The bouncer up the middle, the backhand by Pedroia, and the out at first base. Kind of a late night last night.
Yes. Or early morning, however you want to view it.
Missed the hour rain delay in New York, a very long ball game, and by the time that was over, the airport we were supposed to leave from was closed, so we had to go to another airport, JFK. I got to bed about 5:10.
I got to bed at about 6:50.
Yeah, you got a little longer ride than I got.
We live in different places. Up and down, Orlando Hudson. Well, that'll be shocking to most who think we live together.
Spend enough time together.
Orlando Hudson at 289, 2 homers, and 12 runs batted in. Top foul over by the Red Sox dugout. It's 1-1. Joe Mauer waiting on deck as the Twins bat here in the top half of the first inning. On the third baseline, a fair ball. Into the plate is Hermida, who cuts it off, and holding on to the single is Hudson. We're back in from left end. Orlando Hudson right down that third base line to get a one-out single.
Well, that gives Orlando Hudson now a 6-game hitting streak. He took a ball that was 4 or 5 inches off the outside corner and grounds it right down that third base line. Some good hustle by Jeremy Hermida to keep Hudson at first base with a single.
So one out, Hudson at first base, and Joe Mauer coming up. 360 average to start the year for Mauer. 2 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Mentioned that combination of Mauer and Morneau, top 2 in batting average in the American League. Mauer at 360, Morneau at 366. Hitting on deck. Morneau off the top in our open talking about how he watches Mauer and patience that he shows and how different pitchers go after Mauer and what he can expect coming up next. But this 3-4 combination could be the best in all of baseball. One-0 to Joe Mauer. Off to the left, 1-1.
And they don't get switched up either. You know, both the guys left-handed. They face the left-handed pitches back to back. It doesn't matter for either one of them, man. They can handle both right-handers and left-handers.
This is a patient team at the plate. Twins entering play tonight, tied for second in the major leagues in walks, behind the Atlanta Braves, who have 180.
Yeah, they're also very tough to strike out. Second toughest team in the American League to strike out.
Trying to turn into a double play, and does. They're able to get Hudson at first base to end things here in the first inning. Red Sox are coming up. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. A little different look. Marco Scutaro gets the night off, so Drew slides into the leadoff spot. He's in right. Justin Pedroia at second base, with Victor Martinez doing the catching. Kevin Youkilis at first. David Ortiz back in there as the DH. He slides up to 5 with Adrian Beltre at third base. Jeremy Hermida is in left field. It is Bill Hall at shortstop, and Rahel McDonald in center field bats ninth. First pitch strike to J.D. Drew. Near the bottom of the first inning, it is Scott Baker on the mound tonight for the Twins' ninth appearance. 4-3 mark with a 4.93 earned run average. A 283 opponent batting average against Baker. He misses for ball 1-1-1. Last time out against the Yankees, who went 6 innings, scattering 10 hits and 5 runs. 9 strikeouts in that effort against New York, but a loss. He takes strike 2.
Those 9 strikeouts were a season high for Baker in that game against the Yankees.
He was a second-round pick by the Twins back in 2003 out of Oklahoma State. He fouls it off, and it's 1-2.
The Twins' defense is the best in the American League. They've only made 9 errors on the season. Nick Punto will be at third base. Brendan Harris at shortstop. Orlando Hudson at second, and Justin Morneau, the first baseman. Left to right, Jason Kubel, Denard Span, and Michael Kadaya, and Joe Mauer doing the catching.
This one jams Drew. He grounds it weakly to first. Morneau will flip to Baker for the out.
Doing more on defense is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. In the first inning, the line drive right at Bill Hall. First thing you have to do as an infielder is catch the ball, then see if you have a chance to double up the runner. He does. He makes the throw and records the out at first base for the double play.
So 1 out, and here is Justin Pedroia. The gist of it is the Minnesota Twins do everything pretty well. They come in hitting at .274 as a team, second only to the Yankees in batting average. As far as club pitching goes, they're fourth in earned run average at 3.91. And as I mentioned, they are first in club fielding heading into tonight's action, a team that has made 9 errors. You compare that to the Red Sox, who this season have made 25 errors, which is 9 for the Twins. They're not into double digits yet. Playing very good fundamental baseball. And they always do and always have.
And, you know, the other thing, Don, is they talked about how will they be without the Metrodome. Well, so far this year, they're 12-6 at home, so they're doing fine.
Games have not been really a problem getting in. That was always a concern with the weather conditions early on. Elevates, Pedroia chases at 93, and it's 2-2.
Dustin likes that high fastball, but that one just a little bit too high. That was about shoulder high. And that is a tough pitch to catch up to.
Pedroia was 3 for 16 on the road trip. Slaps the 2-2 foul off to the right, not a play. Good numbers against Minnesota over 25 games for Justin Pedroia. He hits at .398 the home run, 12 runs batted in. Pedroia to right field and in for a base hit. He'll get it batted, fouled off some pitches, and hits a single here with 1 out.
Well, Pedroia had been 3 for his last 16. That ball was supposed to be inside. Instead, it stays away, and Pedroia shoots it to the opposite field on the line for a base hit. Infielders, outfielders have to be careful. That grass very wet from the drizzle that's falling.
So 1 out, Pedroia at first base, and Victor Martinez coming up. Victor at .227 to start the night, 5 home runs and 19 runs batted in. He homered from both sides of the plate on Monday at New York. A quiet trip for Victor. He's not alone in that category, but he was 2 for 17 on the road trip for Boston. As he takes strike 1. Red Sox last night recording a 7-6 come-from-behind win over the Yankees in the Bronx. Red Sox trailed 5-0 after 5 innings, and the 5-run deficit marked their largest overcome to win this season. They'd overcome it the night before, but could not win. Like to get out to an early lead tonight, not have to worry about coming from behind. Red Sox with the victory, back to 500 now, 20-20. 8.5 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays, who open up a series with the New York Yankees. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay in the first now in New York, as they are head-to-head tonight. They also are playing a brief 2-game series. Down and in, ball 2, 2-1.
So far, it's been fastball slider from Baker. Also will mix in a changeup.
A little harder. As they check on Pedroia at first base. And falling a little rapid pace now than when the game started. 2-1 to Victor Martinez. In there for strike 2, 2-2.
These are more like the conditions the Red Sox played in last night at Yankee Stadium. It was about this kind of heavy drizzle all night long.
Raw on the cold side. To Victor Martinez. High drive to right. Back goes Kadire. He'll get back onto the track to make the catch in front of the wall. And back to the bag at first is Pedroia. First look, it looked like I had a chance to get out of here, but Kadire back looking through the raindrops to make the grab.
Yeah, one of those nice warm summer nights. That's no question of a home run for Victor Martinez, but on a night like this, the elements are going to take over. A high fastball that Victor gets pretty good wood on and takes it right back to the warning track. Michael Kadire about 4 steps out of that track to make the catch.
So 2 down here in the first inning. Pedroia still at first base, and here's Kevin Youkilis. 319 now, 7 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Youkilis, a career high 5 walks on Saturday. He's been walking a ton lately. The road trip, he had 8 walks. 7 for 16 on the trip. One-0 is fouled off to our right. And it's 1-1. That'll get you home. Look out on the ricochet.
Look out, Joe.
Dick Bremer of the Minnesota Twins leaning in and actually caused the ricochet.
He should really give that to Dick, though, shouldn't he?
Yes, Dick's hand probably hurts. And 1 to Kevin Youkilis, misses away. 2-1.
You mentioned those 32 walks, Don. That's the most in the American League for Kevin Youkilis. Justin Morneau of the Minnesota Twins is second with 30 walks.
Outside and low, and it's 3-1. Baker throwing 20 first inning pitches so far as 2 outs. Pedroia at first base. Youkilis now, Ortiz next. Rick Anderson, the pitching coach, alongside Ron Gardenhire. Ball 4, and there's another walk. What we've been talking about, and there it is. Youkilis down to first. Pedroia to second base, 2 down. And David Ortiz coming up. David at 248, steadily rising. 7 home runs and 19 runs batted in. He has 3 home runs in the last 5 games. And 6 home runs in the month of May. Very good road trip, 9 for 20 on the trip with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Two on, 2 down. Swing and a miss, 93.
And up above the belt against Ortiz.
One of the main numbers for David Ortiz in 13 games. This one fouled off. It's a piece of Mauer, and it's 0-2.
Joe Mauer gets his wake-up call with this foul ball off the mask. Also got a piece of the home plate umpire, Winters.
Two on, 2 down. Ortiz down 0-2. That is Pedroia at second base, Euclid at first. Big Poppy, the former Minnesota Twin, waiting on an 0-2 pitch. Ortiz pops it up to left field. It's Jason Kubel who's over towards the stands to make the catch. It ends the inning. Red Sox ready to Perry, like one. No score from has handcuffs, first of all. Second of all, working detail in the bullpen tonight. Brendan Walsh, of course, does our Hockey East coverage and a lot of hockey on NESN. He's also a Boston policeman, and tonight got the bullpen duty. As this one is popped up down the left field line, Hermida heading over towards the corner, but it's a push into the seats for a strike one to Justin Morneau.
You don't have handcuffs?
I don't have my very own handcuffs. I'm not surprised that you have your own. He's showing them just to make sure everybody knows he's in charge. He is ready to cuff somebody in the pen. Morneau fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
Fruit.
Morneau at 366, 11 home runs, 29 runs batted in. It's up high, ball 1-1-2. Strikes out. He didn't think he went. It was a called strike. And it's strikeout number 1 for Clay Buchholz, 1 down.
Slider from Buchholz to pick up the strikeout. Goes back door. Outside corner with the slider to pick up the strikeout against Morneau. Beautiful pitch by Buchholz.
So 1 down for Michael Cuddyer. 266, 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in. The right fielder who takes ball 1 from Clay Buchholz. Michael Cuddyer with a 9-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. It's hit a 388 during the 9-game hitting streak. It's a season high hitting streak for him coming in. Tim Thome waits on deck with 1 out in the top half of the 2nd inning. Fastball in there for strike 1, 2-1. Chop foul, and it's 2-2. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. One out and a 2-2 to Cuddyer. A swing and a miss. Strikes on Cuddyer. Back-to-back Ks for Buchholz. 2 down.
Buchholz strikeout high in the season is 10. He did that against the Texas Rangers. That's the changeup doing the honors for Buchholz to pick up that strikeout. So strikeouts this inning on sliders and changeup.
Two down in the 2nd inning. The Red Sox go into the shift for Jim Thome, who's coming up. Thome with 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in now in a Twins uniform. First year in Minnesota. As he takes ball 1. He right now is tied with Rafael Palmeiro in the all-time list. He is ranked 11th on the all-time list with 569 home runs. Ball 2 skips in, 2-0. His last home run on May 2nd. And so far has, home run-wise anyway, been more productive away from target field. Outside, ball 3. Mason Kubel waits on deck with 2 outs here in the 2nd inning. Thome takes strike 1, 3-1. Thome last year batting a combined .249, 23 home runs and 77 runs batted in between the Chicago White Sox and late in the season the trade to the LA Dodgers. 124 games last year for Thome. Majority of those coming as a member of the White Sox. It's a high fly ball out to left field, and Jeremy Hermida settles underneath and puts it away. Buchholz with a 1-2-3 second. Scoreless after an inning and a half. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It was Adrian Beltre who leads it off. Jumps back out of the way. Ball one. Key matchup is brought to you by New England Accurate Hitters. Beltre against Baker. 7 for 22. 318. Home run. Baker working hard in the first inning and to throw 24 first inning pitches. A single and a walk, but worked around it, and Red Sox stranded a pair. You see the season numbers for Beltre. He was 4 for 17 on the road trip. Fly ball out towards center field. Out goes the second baseman Hudson. In comes Span, and tonight Span takes over and makes the catch.
It's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Last night in the game at Yankee Stadium, the line shot by Jeremy Hermida over the head of Randy Wynn to drive in a couple of runs to give the Red Sox a win. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
One out here in the second inning for Jeremy Hermida. Last night's hero, as you just saw, he's come up in so many big spots late in games for the Red Sox, and certainly getting a lot of playing time with the injuries of Ellsbury and Cameron. And there quite a bit in the first month plus of the season.
They talk about clutch hitting, Don. He's got 22 runs batted in the season. That's pretty impressive, and a lot of those have been with very big hits for the Red Sox.
Swing and a miss. Baker makes quick work of Hermida. First strikeout for Baker, and there's two down.
And the first strikeout coming with the fastball. They keep it away from Jeremy Hermida. Here's the fastball at about 93 miles an hour. A little turn on it, going away from Hermida.
So two down here in the second inning. Bill Hall coming up. Hall getting the start at shortstop. Marco Scudero getting the night off. 207 start to the season. 3 homers and 7 runs batted in. And there for strike one over the outside corner. Hall started on Sunday at second base. First time he'd started in that position since last year. And tonight getting a second start at shortstop as he takes strike two. Goes Scudero. Terry Francona felt he needed a night. Gives it to him tonight. 0-2 roll slowly down the third baseline. It'll be a foul ball. Along the line, and of course taking a good long look. The crew chief, Jerry Lane, making the call. Nick Punto is third base tonight.
Trying to find that third base bag, but just to the right of it. And you see him, Punto, looking back at Jerry Lane, the third base umpire, who's got the call.
This is the second game Hall has started at shortstop. Third game that he's played at short. Takes the 0-2 up top for ball one, 1-2. Fall a little harder here as we play along in the second inning. They do with a 1-2 pitch. It is to third base, and a hot Punto's got it. Throw across in time to get Hall. That's a 1-2-3 second for Scott Baker. 2 done. No score from Fenway. Park, both teams with one hit, no score yet. As Jason Kubel, Brendan Harris, and Nick Punto come to bat here in the third inning for the Twins. Buchholz about to throw his 30th pitch of his outing. Up a single in the first inning. Quickly worked around it and then had a 1-2-3 second inning. Outside ball 2-2-0. It seems like the weather is just a little bit different here at Fenway Park than projected.
I thought as the day went on it was supposed to clear up, but apparently that's not. Well, how would I know that? I didn't watch any TV.
The voices there.
Somebody told me that.
So it's fouled off to the left, and it's 2-1. One of those early arrivals, and there'll be more to follow. Red Sox certainly had an okay travel schedule so far, until today anyway. But back home, very brief. Do you remember another two-game series? You're home and out again?
I don't remember that, Don, at all. I mean, it seems very strange to come home for 2 games and go back on the road for, a 6-game road trip after being away for a while. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Red Sox will head back out and take on the first-place Phillies and then have to go to Tampa Bay.
Now, is this the only time the Twins are here for 2 games?
This is it. It was the same last year, where they came in for 2 games as well, and that was played in one day because of a day-nighter. This is to the left. Hermita's got it, and there's one down here in the third inning. I'm a fan of Interleague, but I'm not a fan of this. I really think we should play these teams more.
Then you'd have to cut back on some of the Interleague.
Okay. We'll take some of the Interleague away. I'm not going to give it up all.
I want to give it all up, but I'll go along with you on that. Give some of it up to at least get more games in the American League. To have the Minnesota Twins coming in just for 2 games a year is ridiculous.
You know what messes it up is the home and home thing. The White Sox and Cubs, the Yankees and Mets.
You don't have to do that.
Because we don't care about any of that.
No.
But they do. Harris stands in and takes ball 1. He's at shortstop tonight. Harris at 186 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. Former Tampa Bay Ray. Take strike 1, 1-1. The last thing the Red Sox want is any kind of delay here after you've had Buchholz start this game successfully. Get your starter warmed up, ready to go, and through the early innings of this game. Fly ball to center field. Darnell McDonald back a few steps. 2 down in the inning.
Red Sox fans, make your California dreaming a reality. For a limited time only, get the newly released Red Sox Dodgers Double Play packs for a chance to see the Red Sox take on both the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Dodgers at Fenway Park next month. Visit RedSox.com to get you a pack before it's too late.
Rainy night from Fenway Park. With 2 outs here in the third inning. It's supposed to be a drizzle. This is a little more than a drizzle. As Nick Punto stands in, gets a start at third base tonight for the Twins. It's a 250 with no homers, 9 runs batted in. Down and in, 2-0. There's a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead tonight in New York. They're in the third inning at the Yankee Stadium. The cleats starting to be an issue for Buchholz. He cleaned them off as Tampa Bay and New York for their brief 2-game series getting underway tonight. A strike to Punto, and it's 2-1. Scheduled tonight to be Wade Davis against A.J. Burnett at the stadium. To slice it foul. Look out. Right into the seats. And it's 2-2. The Buchholz 4-3 with a 3.46 earned run average coming in. Lee with the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Buchholz, of course, with a no-hitter under his belt in his career. 2 years ago today, John Lester no-hit the Kansas City Royals. 7-0 Red Sox win at Fenway Park. The 18th no-hitter in Red Sox history. Anniversary of that today. 3-2 fouled off to the left.
Hurry into Olympia Sports for a buy one, get one 50% off footwear sale going on now. Olympia Sports, get it for less.
Until batting now, Span will be next if necessary. There are 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Ball 4 in the first walk served up by Buchholz of the night. Walks the number 9 man. 2 outs here in the 3rd inning.
Buchholz has had back-to-back starts where he's had 5 walks in each one of those games against the Yankees and last time out in that win against the Tigers.
So 2 outs, runner at first, and Bernard Span coming up. Talking to Bert Blyleven earlier today, analyst for the Minnesota Twins. He was saying, I didn't realize we're talking about this 2-game series here in Boston. The Minnesota Twins this year will play the Milwaukee Brewers, who are in the National League, more than they will play the Boston Red Sox on their schedule.
Right.
They have that home-and-home series with the Brewers, so they'll play 6 games against the Brewers and only 5 against the Red Sox. While the Red Sox will be playing the Phillies more than they do the Twins.
It doesn't make sense.
No. Close play at first, and he's just back, sprawling his way back. It's Punto. Going to be surprised by the throw over.
Punto with a good-sized lead over there at first base, and it looks like when he dove, it's wet out there, and you kind of stick. You don't slide like you normally would. Punto with 3 steals on the season hasn't been caught.
Over again, diving back is Punto again.
Pretty close play, so he's about maxed out on his lead at first base.
This time he got him. How about that? 2 are close. The 3rd one he finally gets him. Picked off to end the top of the 3rd. No score for Fenway.
between Francisco Liriano and John Lester. And Peter sits now on Red Sox Executive Vice President and General Manager Theo Epstein. Plus a preview of interleague play as the Sox prepare to take on the reigning NL champs, the Phillies, this weekend. It's all coming up tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN. Well, Nick Punto continued to get thrown at first base, and finally Buchholz gets him. He did shorten up his lead this time, but Buchholz actually didn't get him. He was safe, but the call went in the Red Sox favor. There's no question that hand got back to the bag before the tag from Kevin Youkilis. But the Red Sox will take it.
Brian Runge saying he was out. You can see the fingers reach first. Punto seemed to be very surprised by that call as his pitch is up and into Darnell McDonald.
I would have been so surprised by that call, I might have got thrown out of the game.
Might have snapped.
Yes, I might have. Capable of that.
Might have been some snappage. Not that I've seen it. 1-0 is chopped to third, backing up his Punto. Flew up in the grass in time to first for out number 1. Let's check in with the birthday girl, Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Oh, well, thank you very much, Don. Scott Baker has the 4th highest winning percentage in the American League, but he's a notoriously slow starter. I talked to his pitching coach, Rick Anderson, about what he's seen from Baker.
He's starting to find his consistency, and you know, like all pitching coaches try to get with their pitchers is get consistency in their mechanics, and when you get that, your pitches get consistent, and that's kind of what he's been. He's been very good with. Up until his last start, he got in a little bit of trouble, but a lot of people do that in Yankee Stadium. But he's been very good as far as mixing all his pitches and commanding his pitches down in the strike zone, which about his last 3 or 4 outings, he's been very good.
This is Baker's 3rd career start against the Red Sox, all at Fenway Park. His last start against the Sox in April of last year, he gave up 6 runs on 10 hits in 4 2/3 innings. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Scott Baker, last year 15-9 for Rick Anderson as J.D. Drew strikes out. Second strikeout for Baker, 2 down.
Yeah, both coming on fastballs. You got Hermida on an outside fastball and a high fastball this time to J.D. Drew. I'd like to send my birthday wishes along to Heidi also.
Two down in the 3rd inning, and Dustin Pedroia the batter. Pedroia grounds it down the 3rd base line. Deep 3rd. Punto's long throw. One-hopped and handled by Morneau. Nice play by Nick Punto. It's a 1-2-3 3rd inning. We played 3, no score.
Or a revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. It's quite a way to stay warm, away from the rain.
Whatever works. And it works for him. Not only just a bag, it's a fashion statement. We head to the fourth inning, scoreless from Fenway Park. Denard Span, top of the order. Leading it off, he was batting when Hunter was picked off at first base. And Span takes strike one. Grounded out to second base in the first inning. Red Sox and Twins playing through the rain tonight at Fenway Park. Nichols finally settles in on a curveball. It misses down low, 1-1. 46 pitches. He's in the first batter of this fourth inning. Down and in for ball two, 2-1. And also signing a long-term deal for the Twins, a 5-year extension, the 6th-year option. Did that right middle of spring training back on March 13th. The 2-1 pitch. It was fouled off by Span, and it's 2-2.
Like that ball hit the bat twice, but I think he was still in the batter's box at the time. There's once, twice, but he hadn't been out of the batter's box. Had he been, he would have been out.
Two to Span. Fouls it off. He'll do it again. Span now. Hudson waits on deck. Span, who hit .311 in 145 games last year for the Minnesota Twins. Check swing, grounder that is a fair ball. And the third base line kicks off the boxes from Mito over to play. Span quickly into second base. Kind of a check swing double for Span right down the line.
An excuse me double by Denard Span. He stops his swing, wanted to check it. Instead he makes contact, and it couldn't have worked out better for him. Right over that third base bag down the left field corner. And Span, with his great speed, ends up at second base with the double. You got to smile after something like that happens to you.
He's at second to begin this fourth inning. Orlando Hudson, 1 for 1. He singled back in the first inning. Hudson showing Biden taking strike one. Hudson, 32 years old. Just broke in with the Toronto Blue Jays. Red Sox saw a lot of him in his 4 years in Toronto. He went to Arizona for 3. And last year, member of the LA Dodgers. 9 homers, 62 runs batted in. 149 games last year for the Dodgers. In his last 4 years in the National League. There's the 0-1 foul. And it's down 0-2. With 15 home runs back in 06 as a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Mostly for his defense at second base. Joe Mauer, known for his bat, waits on deck. strike three call over the inside corner. It's the third strikeout for Buchholz, 1 down.
Well, Buchholz going with that slider to pick up the strikeout. All three pitches in that at bat just about the exact same spot.
Out of the inning span, still at second base. Here's Joe Mauer. Lined out to shortstop, turned into a double play. They're able to double off. Lando Hudson at first base, back in the first inning. Line into right center field, a base hit for Mauer. Down from second base comes Span to score the game's first run. Mauer motoring into second has got an RBI double, and the Twins lead it 1-0.
Well, Joe Mauer gets the slider from Clay Buchholz, and he puts it in that gap between right center field. Picks up his 18th RBI of the season. J.D. Drew hustling over to get it back in, but Mauer has the double, so they exchange places, Span and Mauer.
Mauer at second base, 1 down. Justin Morneau, the batter. He struck out swinging in the second inning. Take strike one to the outside corner, 94. Justin Morneau, a combination of a guy who hits for average and certainly for home runs. First Twin to 20-plus home runs in 5 consecutive seasons. So it's Tom Bernansky, the Red Sox outfielder. Did it 6 times from 82 through 87. Now takes off for third. No throw from Victor Martinez as the Twins catcher steals third base.
Well, he had that timed on Clay Buchholz. One look back and off he goes. And Martinez cannot come up with it. So a stolen base for Mauer, his first of the season.
One out. Mauer now 90 feet away. Infield coming in. All the way in. As Morneau is a count of 1-1. Outside ball 2. On the corner, and it's strike 2. Morneau didn't like strike 1. Doesn't like strike 2 either. Outside corner, Mike Winters is calling it a strike.
And extended right there by Mike Winters. That didn't look like a strike at all.
Further out than the first strike that he didn't like.
Buchholz shaking off Victor Martinez an awful lot in this game tonight. Shakes him off again. Wants the fastball inside.
And it's on the inside corner for strike 3. Worked out great. Fourth K. And Morneau will have some things to say to Matt Winters on the way by.
He's upset because he called those 2 pitches away from him. It gets him thinking about the 2 pitches away. And then Buchholz comes with a fastball to the inside part of the plate. A perfect pitch here by Buchholz. So after 2 pitches away, he's got Morneau thinking about out there. An inside corner fastball freezes him.
Strike 1 to Michael Kadire.
Morneau figures in that at bat he didn't see 1 strike. And he's called out on strikes.
On the ground to third base, gathered by Beltray. Throw across is in time to end the inning. But the Twins grab a run and they take a 1-0 lead after 3.5. The question is, how many catchers have led the American League or the National League in hitting? I'll be answering for you in a little while. Joe Mauer has driven in the game's first run. Twins on top 1-0. We head to home half of the fourth inning. It's the Red Sox catcher, Victor Martinez, to lead it off. Victor flied out to the warning track in right field in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Martinez now to Youkilis and Ortiz here in the fourth inning. Sliced foul, and it's a ball and a strike. Threw the bout straight away on Victor Martinez. Baker has retired 7 Red Sox in a row. Martinez to left field this time, sending Kubel back. It's over his head and off the scoreboard. Hits up into the air. Kubel plays it quickly to hold Victor to just a single. Well, he takes it hard to right the first time. Now he takes it the other way.
You know, that swing right now for Victor Martinez looks so much better than it did in the past. He hit the ball well in that first at bat. On a normal night here, it might have been a home run. This time he finds that left field wall going to the opposite field. The ball hit so hard it caroms off the top of the scoreboard, and Martinez doesn't stop at first base with a single. Perfect throw in, too, by Jason Kubel.
Lead runner on for the first time tonight for the Red Sox as Kevin Youkilis stands in. Strike to Youkilis has him looking back at Mike Winters. Youkilis walked in the first inning. Fouls it off to the right. He's down 0-2.
After a stunning loss to the Flyers last week, it's time for the Bruins to move on. Visit NESN.com/Catherine to learn what this team needs to do this summer to make sure that such a collapse never happens again. That's NESN.com/Catherine.
Leadoff single for Victor Martinez here in the fourth inning. Euclid down 0-2. Framed by Maurer, but it's inside 1-2. Ortiz waits on deck. Red Sox trying to answer the run posted by the Twins in the top half of this inning. Fouled off again to the right. The Tampa Bay Rays have opened up a 4-0 lead on the Yankees tonight as they play in the fourth inning in New York. As we look at the April-May splits for Euclid. Fouls off another. Hanks tough here, 1-2. Two hits off Baker tonight for Boston. Single in the first inning by Pedroia. And more recently, single by Victor Martinez off the scoreboard and left to begin this bottom of the fourth inning. One-two pitch to Kevin Euclid. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. Advance for Martinez at first base, held on by Morneau. 50 pitches even for Scott Baker. This is his second batter here of the fourth inning. Tried to hold up and did, then a pitch down, ball 3.
Very close pitch right there. Euclid's very fortunate to still be standing in the batter's box.
Wow. Gardner letting him hear it. Three-two pitch to Kevin Euclid. Runner goes, check swing, dribbler down the first baseline. Baker will apply the tag, and they quickly spin around to see what Victor was doing. He was at second base, 1 out.
Right back to the breaking ball on the 3-2 count to get that little check swing back to the mound. Euclid's trying to hold up, can't, makes contact, and gets tagged out on the way down the first baseline. But it does move a man into scoring position, Victor Martinez.
One out, Victor at second base. David Ortiz, a batter, flied out to left field in the first inning. Came up with 2 on, 2 down. Flied out to Jason Kubel in left. Swing and a miss and a pitch up at 94. Hits one high in the air out towards left center field. Span back at the wall, and that ball is gone. Up off the top of the wall. They've not called it yet. It should be gone as Ortiz heads for third base. Run scores to tie the game, and Ortiz ends up at third, but I think it's a home run.
Certainly looked like one from the naked eye.
It went up in the air, which means it hit the ledge out there. And Terry Francona is going to dispute this with Jerry Lane, who said it was not out.
Now this may be another one, Don, they have to review.
As it stands at the moment, the Red Sox have tied the game on a triple by Ortiz. But the way the ball hit on top and then went up leads you to believe it was gone.
See if we can slow it down. Oh, that's a home run. That's going to be reviewed. There's no question that's a home run right there. That's on top of the wall and then bounce back in. Then we can look at it one more time in slow motion. Be able to circle where the ball landed. On top of the wall.
Terry Francona asked them to take a look, obviously, and Jerry Lane said they're going to get together. Let's see if they go take a look or just get together. They really need to take a look.
They got to take a look. Unless one of the umpires saw it better than Jerry Lane.
To be sure, generally the rule of thumb now with this rule in place is to check it out, and that's what they're going to do.
And that's going to be ruled a home run once they do see it.
This will be the 7th of the month for David Ortiz. As they review this, and it shouldn't take long. Jerry Lane is the crew chief, and they leave one umpire on the field, a home plate umpire, Mike Winters. He's doing that right now.
Once again, look at the swing by Ortiz to the opposite field. He gets that fastball, lifts it high the other way. Great balance right there by David Ortiz. That's been a big difference for him this month. And clearly the ball landing on top of that wall.
This is the second play under review this season. Remember, Alex Gonzalez's, we thought was a home run, was called a double, and Gonzalez didn't get credit for it earlier this year. It is the 5th time there's been a review here at Fenway Park.
And I thought that was a home run.
I did too.
This one is a little bit more easier to see, I think.
Yeah, that one we had a couple of different angles telling us a couple different things.
Right.
And this one, there is no doubt. Marco Scudero is fresh from the clubhouse, telling Terry Francona he's right. And David Ortiz explaining how it bounced up, which generally means it landed on top. On Gardenhire, waiting to get what will likely be bad news. Red Sox should have a 2-1 advantage in this game. Allowed Baker, the pitcher, to throw some warm-up tosses while we wait. I'm not so sure what's taking so long.
I don't know where the review room is. I don't know if they have to go all the way up to the clubhouse to take a peek at it.
They used to be by the Red Sox dugout, but they didn't go out that way, so it must be on the other side now.
They went down that third base dugout and up the ramp. If he doesn't come out of that dugout and then have that circle going for home run, I'll be absolutely stunned.
A single by Victor Martinez to begin the inning. Euclid retired one unassisted as Martinez took second, and then David Ortiz appears to have hit a 2-run home run as the play is under review. And again, not sure what's taking so long.
Maybe just getting to the replay area.
Well, Terry Francona out there to argue initially, and then finally Jerry Lane agreed to go check it out. First the umpires got together. Nino Guerrero's back to let him know it's gone. And here they come. Jerry Lane indicates a 2-run home run. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox, and the Red Sox on NESN during the 2010 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every home run hit by the Red Sox. Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause.
Well, it took David a long time to get around the bases, didn't it?
Only 2-1 Red Sox lead. Beltre with a swing and a miss for a strike one. David Ortiz with 7 home runs now in the month of May. 8th home run overall of the year. Ties him with the team lead of Dustin Pedroia. There's 8 home runs also. Beltre flied out center field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1, winning on an 0-2. Rounds it up the middle and by the dive of Brendan Harris into center field. Wide turn for Beltre, who will retreat with a 1-out single here. It's the 3rd hit of the inning for Boston.
Well, we showed you a graphic earlier in the ballgame where Beltre has had success against Baker. Came into the game at .318 with a home run. Now 1 for 2 as he takes his ground ball back up the middle for the base hit. The dive by Brendan Harris, but he can't get to it. Just got a face full of mud. That's about it on that dive.
So Beltre at first base, 1 out. Jeremy Hermida, the batter, struck out swinging in the second inning. There's strike 1 to Hermida. One of 2 Ks for Scott Baker in his outing. Foul tipped and it's 0-2.
Love the way both Martinez and Ortiz use Fenway Park to their advantage in this inning. Both guys going to the opposite field. Martinez off the wall, Ortiz over the wall.
One and 2 to Hermida. Baker had given up just 1 hit in the first 3 innings. Here in the 4th, he's given up 3 hits and quickly 2 runs. One-two pitch. Hermida takes it and it's outside. 2-2. Hall waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Two-two pitch. And foul and out of play. Time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. How many catchers have led the American League or NL in hitting? The answer is 3. Joe Mauer won the American League title last year, the 3rd time he did it in the last 4 years. Ernie Lombardi did it twice.
Bubbles Hargrave. Remember him?
I do not. It was in 1926. I'm getting there. Ernie Lombardi did it twice, 1938, 1942, and then your boy Bubbles Hargrave of the Cincinnati Reds won the title 1926.
I bet you Bubbles, he probably got that nickname because he chewed a lot of gum and blew bubbles. Everybody had a nickname back then,
So did Bubbles Hargrave.
Bubbles Hargrave.
Sure we'll be hearing from the Hargrave family very soon.
Hey, congratulations to Bubbles on that.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 4th inning. Hermida jacks one towards center field. Back goes Span onto the track to make the catch in front of the wall. Having to retag second and come all the way back is Beltre. He gets back to first. And now 2 outs in the inning.
Well, Denard Span has such great speed. He took a couple of different routes toward this. First across and then back. On this long fly ball of center field. A bad breaking ball by Baker. And that ball hit very well by Jeremy Hermida. But the great quickness and the great speed of Denard Span in center field makes the catch up against the wall.
So 2 down, Beltre at first base, and here's Bill Hall. Ball grounded out to third base in the 2nd inning. takes ball one. Outside ball 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 to Hall. And for Scott Baker, coming in at 4-3 with an ERA of 4.93. It's his ninth start. A 1-0 lead after the Twins pulled ahead in the top half of this inning. He's given it back. The Red Sox have answered with two so far here in the bottom of the fourth, thanks to the 2-run home run by David Ortiz. And Beltre at first base, and a 2-1 to Bill Hall. With a sliced foul, 2-2. Almost lost our first base cameraman, John Upton. Look out.
Wow.
Never would have happened to Joe Stafford, who's much quicker on his feet.
Joe would have caught that.
Maybe even eaten it. Two-two to Bill Hall. It was fouled off and hangs it 2-2. Baker about to throw his 70th pitch. He's had to work hard in this fourth inning. Pitch 29 of this fourth inning coming up. Ball pops it up foul, and again out of play.
Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org.
Two balls, two strikes to Bill Hall with two outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. Baker strikes him out to end the inning. Two-run shot for Big Papi as the Red Sox on top 2-1. television network. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. 2-1, Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the fifth inning back at Fenway Park. Long wait for Clay Buchholz as he's back on the mound, having thrown 61 pitches with the first 4 innings. He's got a lead now, giving up the game's first run in the 4th inning. We had a double for the Twins catcher Joe Mauer to get the Twins on the board. The Red Sox come up with 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's on to the 5th we go. And it's Jim Thome stands in with the full shift on for the Red Sox. And it's not only Pedroia in short right field, but they swing Bill Hall, who is at shortstop tonight for the Red Sox, onto the outfield grass as well. Only Adrian Beltre left on the left side. Swing and miss, and it's 0-2. Thome will be followed by Kubel and Harris with 6, 7, and 8 for the Minnesota Twins here in the 5th inning. Thome strikes out. Buchholz with a quick strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Another good changeup by Clay Buchholz. Takes something off, keeps it down in the zone, actually down and out of the zone, and Jim Thome chases it.
There's now 5 strikeouts for Clay Buchholz. 1 out here in the 5th. There's Jason Kubel lined out to the left fielder, Jeremy Hermida, in the 3rd inning. Jason Kubel with a big weekend in New York this past weekend did something that many have been able to do. As the Minnesota Twins getting to the combination of Jabba Chamberlain and then Mariano Rivera, which the Red Sox were able to do, ironically. But he had a grand slam off Mariano Rivera. And the Twins with a victory over the Yankees. Lone save in the first one. Rivera in 51 straight at home. The 1-1 pitch. He's in there for strike 2, and it's 1-2.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Kubel have a home run against the Red Sox when we visited Minnesota?
Yes, he did. He hit the first home run, I think, ever at Target Field.
Right.
The Red Sox were there to open up their brand new ballpark this year. That is 2-2 to Kubel. And Harris waiting on deck. Down and away, and it's a full count. It's 70 coming up for Clay Buchholz. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Strike 3 call. Jason Kubel's gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Clay Buchholz. 2 down.
A lot of strikeouts tonight for Buchholz on his slider and his changeup. This time it's the slider. Outside corner to pick up the strikeout.
Two down, 4 in a row retired by Buchholz, and it brings up Brennan Harris. Slide out to center field in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Chop to 3rd. Beltre in on the grass has got it. That'll be the inning. A nice inning at that for Clay Buchholz. 1, 2, 3. Halfway through this one. attention as top of the Twins as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Darnell McDonald, J.D. Drew, and Dustin Pedroia to face Scott Baker. Baker 71 pitches as he starts this bottom of the 5th inning. Darnell McDonald not waiting around, taking a hack at that first pitch and fouling it off. Again, and it's 0-2. Pitching line is brought to you by Lexus. Scott Baker, 4+ innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, the 2-run home run for David Ortiz. In the 4th innings, walked 1, struck out 3. And 73 pitches for the Twins starter, who comes into tonight's effort with a 4-3 mark. And a foul off to the right for Darnell McDonald. This is pretty close, Jared.
Very close. He's called me flathead.
Wow, I like my moss. Very thick and flowing. 0-2 is fouled off, still 0-2. Left side, Harris to the backhand, plants and throws, and does not get McDonald. Close play at first, but Darnell McDonald beats it out.
Well, Darnell McDonald showing his speed on that first base line. A tough play for Harris as he has to go to the backhand. Good strong throw, but just beating it was McDonald at first base. Got the foot in the bag. It looked like before the ball was in the glove. Or was it?
I don't know.
Very close. No argument from Morneau at first base, though.
Brendan Harris, his reaction a little bit of surprise.
When you make that kind of play, you want the out.
The runner on for the Red Sox here in the 5th. J.D. Drew takes strike 1. J.D. not enamored with that strike call. Pretty consistent light rain falling here at Fenway Park as it has from pitch number 1 of this game. Second straight night the Red Sox have played in less than ideal conditions. Center field, but right at span. Center fielder hauls it in for out number 1, and McDonald's back to the bag at first. Whether it's banking, investments, or insurance, Eastern Bank is here to help you and your community win. And for each Red Sox win this month, the Eastern Bank Charitable Foundation will donate $500 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cape Cod. So 1 out, Donald at first base. And Dustin Pedroia coming up. Well, now McDonald at first, and Pedroia, who's 1 for 2. Takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Ball, and it goes around 1-1. Twins were able to take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. The only other meeting they had, we mentioned Red Sox open Target Field earlier this season. Carl Pavano beat John Lester in Game 1 of that series. John Lackey was able to beat Kevin Slowey in Game 2. Papelbon got the save, and then Francisco Liriano pitched extremely well against Tim Wakefield to beat the Red Sox final game of that series. Fastball by Pedroia, 1-2. There's Pavano, who was roughed up in his last start against the Toronto Blue Jays and lost the final game of the series against the Jays before coming here. 11-2 score. Pavano worked 4 innings, giving up 10 hits and allowed 2 home runs.
Did they have just a 2-game series up there too?
Yes. Everybody's just kind of on the same setup right now. 1-2, a swing and a miss. Back-to-back fastballs, and they're both by Pedroia for the second out of this inning.
Well, that's something you don't see very often. Pedroia swinging and missing at back-to-back fastballs. Pedroia striking out for the 22nd time this season. He normally doesn't do that.
Two down, Victor Martinez. Flied out to the warning track in right field in the first inning. Then hit one off the scoreboard in left. Long single for Victor, right off the top of the scoreboard. We're talking about the Twins and how much they walk. As far as pitchers go, they've limited the walks. The lowest walk ratio in the majors this season. There's 2.32 walks per 9 innings by this Twins pitching staff, and only 1 walk tonight so far for Scott Baker back in the first inning.
Pitch to contact and use your defense.
And it's a good defense at that. Baker's got 2 outs. Darnell McDonald at first base, and 1-1 pitch coming to Victor Martinez. And it's slap foul.
Immediately following the game tonight, it's WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Peter Gammons. They'll bring you podium reaction from Clay Buchholz and Terry Francona. Plus have the latest updates on Jacoby Ellsbury and Mike Cameron. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the 5th. Soft toss, and Darnell McDonald back to the bag. Led this inning off with an infield hit, but still at first base with 2 down. Either Drew or Pedroia could move him along. In the dirt, gets away from Maurer, and to second base goes McDonald.
Baker snaps off a slider that's going to be not close to home plate, and you'll see Maurer go across his body and try to backhand the ball. Gets by him, and McDonald gets in a scoring position. Looks like they wanted to go back door with that breaking ball. Instead, it was down and in. Visit the official online shop of the Boston Red Sox at RedSox.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, the RedSox.com shop. Accept no substitutes.
2 outs here in the 5th inning. Darnell McDonald at second base. Victor Martinez with a count of 2-2. Pickoff play at second, and he is back safely. Relatively close play, and Brendan Harris cutting in.
Now Harris not far behind McDonald at second base, and a well-timed pickoff play, very close.
Back to Baker, nicely picked coming off the hill. He flips to first for the out. That ends his 5th inning. We play 5 from Fenway. Red Sox.
MGM Grand at Foxwoods, North America's premier entertainment destination. This week, Boston natives, New Kids on the Block, are scheduled to perform Friday and Saturday at 8 at the MGM Grand Theater, and there are still great seats available for both shows, so book your tickets now at mgmgrandfoxwoods.com.
Clay Buchholz fresh off a very nice 5th inning, a 1-2-3 inning on 10 pitches. Retired 5 Twins in a row as he starts this 6th inning. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Walked a batter, struck out 6. 71 pitches deep as Nick Punto leads it off for the Twins here in the 6th inning. This is the second start for Clay Buchholz against the Minnesota Twins. His young career. Until walked in the 3rd inning. His only plate appearance. Takes ball 1. Buchholz with wins at Kansas City, at Toronto, home against the Los Angeles Angels, and last time out at Detroit. That's on the corner, and it's 1-1. Oddly, he is 1-3 here at Fenway Park, but 3-0 on the road. 1.86. ERA's had much more success away from Fenway Park for whatever reason this year. Run average 4.84 at home, 1.86 on the road. And undefeated away from Fenway Park. Two-1. He's in there for strike 2, 2-2. Span, and then Orlando Hudson to bat here in the 6th inning for the Twins. On the ground right side, right at Pedroia. Nasty hop, but he handles it and fires to first for the out. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 11th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section here at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Well, the wet side out there tonight, but all appear to be having a good time. Red Sox on top 2-1. One out here in the 6th inning for Denard Span. Grounded out in the 1st inning, double, and scored in the 4th inning. Ground ball right side. It is Pedroia to his left, and there's 2 down.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And in the last at bat, almost 3 identical pitches to Orlando Hudson to get him out, all in the same spot. Slider to put him away.
Well, here he is with 2 down, bases empty. 1 for 290. He had a single back in the 1st inning. And the strikeout you just saw. And there's 6 strikeouts for Clay Buchholz. Ground ball right side. Pedroia has a chance to have assists on all 3 outs, and he does. It's a 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. He's on 7 pitches in the
stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains in the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer.
Scott Baker back on the hill for the Minnesota Twins as we play on to the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-1 Red Sox lead. And it is Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, and Adrian Beltre bat here in the 6th inning. Youkilis takes strike 1. He walked back in the 1st inning. Grounded out to 1 unassisted to Scott Baker, the pitcher, down the first base line in the 4th inning. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. And scored the category, Kevin Youkilis in the American League with 33. Brett Gardner, we just saw, tied with Evan Longoria. And then Vernon Wells having a nice season for the Jays. Fly ball hit high in the air to center field, and Denard Span is out there. 1 down here in the 6th inning, and it's time for a game break. Anton Karen, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is the Red Sox on top 2-1 with one out in the sixth inning. And here's David Ortiz, the difference in the game, as he grounds one out to the second baseman, Orlando Hudson. 2 down here in the sixth inning. Two away for Adrian Beltre, who has flied out to center and single to center field. He was 1 for 2. Strike one to Beltre. Called off to the right, 0-2. Four pitches tonight for Baker. Season high at 102. His season average, as Beltre fouls off another. The 102 for Baker was against the Tigers in a 7-inning victory in which he gave up 3 runs. No 2 pitch. 1-2. Beltre lines it to right field, an opposite field base hit, and his second hit of the ball game.
Beltre can get after that high pitch. A high pitch like a cutter that time that he takes to the opposite field. That ball's not a strike. It's up and out of the strike zone. But Beltre gets on top of it for the line drive base hit to right field. So the Red Sox stay away from the 1-2-3 inning.
Two down here in the sixth. Adrian Beltre at first base. And a chance here for Jeremy Hermida. Struck out swinging in the second inning. Flied out to the warning track in center field in the fourth. 0 for 2 night. Strike one to Hermida. Inside ball 1-1-1. Baker about to throw his 100th pitch of his outing. 2 outs here in the sixth inning. Adrian Beltre standing at first base. There's been no action for Ron Gardenhire in his pen. Hermida hooks it to right field for a base hit. Beltre to second base. And it's back-to-back hits to right field for the Red Sox. First hit of the night for Hermida.
Looks like they're going to the long-distance phone call now to the bullpen to get somebody up. Red Sox trying to rally here with 2 outs in the sixth inning.
Alex Burnett first up for the Minnesota Twins in their pen. Two outs here in the sixth inning. Back-to-back base hits, Beltre and Hermida. And it takes us to Bill Hall. Ball takes strike one.
How much would you pay for the ultimate refreshment? How about just 79 cents? That's all it costs when you visit the Chill Zone in Cumberland Farms. Fill up on all your favorite fountain and frozen beverages for just 79 cents. Any size, anytime. The Chill Zone only at Cumberland Farms.
Alex Burnett, Brian Dunsing up in the pen, double-barreled action very quickly here for the Twins. With 2 outs in the 6th inning. Scott Baker has given up back-to-back singles. He's ahead of Bill Hall, 0-1. Ball fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Third time this season, Scott Baker has been over 100 pitches in an outing, equaling his season high. Trey at second, Hermida at first, 2 down. In the dirt, gathered by Mauer and a hop, and it's 1-2.
Drizzle right now about as hot as it's been since the start of the game.
Moving left side into left field, a base hit. Beltre coming around from second base. He'll score, and the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead. A 2-out RBI single for Bill Hall, and the Red Sox lead it 3-1.
Good at bat there by Bill Hall. Gets himself a fastball that's down and in and hooks it in that hole between third and short. Of course, with 2 outs, you can see Beltre off on contact. He has no problem coming around scoring and giving the Red Sox the 3-1 lead. Bill Hall picks up his 8th RBI of the season.
Rick Anderson, the pitching coach, out to talk to Baker. Up over 100 pitches at 104. We have 2 quick outs in this inning, but 3 straight singles, and the Red Sox grab another run. On top 3-1 with Darnell McDonald coming up. Trying to get Scott Baker through the 6th inning. Red Sox have other ideas. Darnell McDonald 1 for 2 tonight. He grounded out to third base in the 3rd. And an infield hit to shortstop in the 5th. On the ground right side, softly, Morneau's going to need Baker, who does cover for the out that ends the inning. But the Red Sox add a run on 3 hits in the inning. It's 3-1 Boston. Clay Buchholz back on the mound for the 7th. He has retired 8 batters in a row and has thrown 78 pitches. Joe Mauer 1 for 2 in the game tonight with an RBI. Providing the Twins with their only run so far. His double in the 4th inning knocked in Denard Span. On the ground this time to Bill Hall at shortstop for the first out here in the 7th inning.
Coming up after the game tonight is Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC and Coach Peter Gammons. They'll have highlights as the Yankees host the AL East leading Rays as Peter weighs in on the Hanley Ramirez saga in Florida. Plus a preview of the Liriano-Lester matchup tomorrow. It's all coming up after the game only on NESN.
Warning track on the wet side. As there's one out here in the 7th inning. Justin Morneau struck out twice tonight against Clay Buchholz. One swinging, one looking. Not waiting around as a result, and fouls it down the right field line. For one pitch. Change up and lifted to center field for a base hit in front of McDonald. Breaks up a string of 9 in a row, retired by Clay Buchholz. A one-out single for Justin Morneau.
Well, Morneau has struck out twice in this game, once on a breaking ball, once on a fastball, and this time he gets the changeup and serves it in the center field for the base hit. He hits a pretty good pitch here. That ball's down and away, and Morneau just serves it one-handed in the center field for the hit.
One out, one on for Michael Kadire. He has struck out swinging and grounded out to third base, 0 for 2. Fastball for strike one. Scott Baker going the first 6 innings tonight, giving up 3 runs. Ball in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike. Didn't go, says Brian Runge, first base umpire. Muddy area. Over the on-deck circle for the Twins.
Yeah.
Tomi opting for the grass. One-two pitch to Kadire. Outside, ball 2. Alex Burnett by himself in the pen. As Brian Dunsing had been alongside for a while, but that appears to be getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. On the ground towards shortstop. Hall go to second for 1, on to first for 2. Double play turned by the Red Sox. Second double play tonight. 7th inning stretch, 3-1 Red Sox. Time for a Sports Desk update with Cole the clubs. There's also a product for fans. Go to NESN.com/Bloomberg for details on how to improve your fantasy play. Clay Buchholz impressively through the first 7 innings. As he has thrown 87 pitches through 7 and gave up a base hit in the 7th inning. Quickly turned into a double play. Call to the bullpen brought to you by New England Ford dealers. And the new pitcher is Alex Burnett out of the pen. His 13th appearance, an 0-1 record, 3.26 ERA. First season in the majors for Burnett. Came up from the Rochester Red Wings in mid-March. They placed Clay Condrey on the DL during spring training. There's a ground ball right side off the bat of Drew right at Hudson for the first out in the bottom of the 7th inning. The first 6 innings, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Gave up the 2-run home run to David Ortiz. 105 pitches and on the hook at the moment for the Minnesota Twins.
Certainly pitched well enough to win this ball game, but being outdueled right now by Clay Buchholz.
Dustin Pedroia takes ball 1. He singled back in the first inning. Since then, a ground out and a strikeout. Fouled off just below us, 1-1. Strike 2, 1-2. 94 from Burnett that time. Position with a .240 batting average against the Twins bullpen. Defensive swing from Pedroia, fouling it back, still 1-2. Burnett worked in game 1 of their series against the Blue Jays on Monday. Got a no decision in that effort. Up high for ball 2, 2-2. Burnett is only 22 and he's from Anaheim, California. Full count, 3-2. Pedroia now, Victor Martinez next. Red Sox batting in the 7th with a 2-run lead. Red Sox getting 2 in the 4th inning, 1 in the 6th inning, all that off Scott Baker. Deal with Alex Burnett here with 1 out in the 7th inning. Pedroia pops it up. Second baseman Orlando Hudson's out a few strides on the outfield grass for out number 2.
At FWWeb.com, learn all you need to know about York Air Conditioning. York offers double the efficiency of older air conditioners, and many models qualify for federal and local tax credits. Cool off at FWWeb.com today.
More action for the Twins in their pen. Brian Dunsing, the left-hander, is up. Been up last inning alongside Alex Burnett. Burnett is now in the game. 2 outs here in the 7th inning for Victor Martinez. who takes ball one. Victor with a single in the fourth inning. It set up the two-run home run by David Ortiz, which will come later in the inning. Two and 0. Ground ball foul outside of first. 2 and 1. Kevin Youkilis waiting on deck with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the 7th inning. Ball 3, 3 and 1. Victor taps it foul, full count. On the ground and through into right field. Victor Martinez collects his second hit of the night. And the Red Sox with 2 outs have a base runner here in the 7th inning.
Now Victor Martinez using the whole ballpark tonight. This time he pulls the breaking ball for the base hit. Earlier in the ball game, back in the 4th inning, he hit one off the left field wall. Behind the dime of Orlando Hudson at second base.
So 2 down, Victor Martinez at first base, and here's Kevin Youkilis. Walked in the first inning, grounded out in the 4th, flied out in the 6th inning. Takes ball 1 inside. Grounds it foul, look out. The Twins dugout jumps up over the dugout. One misses, ball 2, 2-1. David Ortiz waits on deck. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Victor Martinez at first base. Breaking ball missing. 3-1. Strike 2, full count. Drew grounded out to second. Pedroia popped out to second. 2 out single for Victor Martinez at first base. 3-2. It is popped up foul back and out of play. field. Kubel on the run is not going to get there. Gets down. Stopping is Youkilis halfway between first and second. He gets back. Long single. The Twins were playing Youkilis as they had Kubel over towards left center field. He had a long way to go and had no chance of getting there. And here comes Ron Gardenhire to make the change. So it is first and third with 2 down. And with Ortiz coming up, they get Brian Dunsing ready to go in the pen. A pitching change from Fenway Park, where it's 3-1 Red Sox.
David Ortiz right now has those honors with the 2-run home run back in the 4th inning. A disputed call, one that had to be reviewed, but the review came back home run. The Red Sox scored 2 in that 4th inning.
Comes up in a first and third situation with 2 outs. The Twins bring on their 3rd pitcher of the night. Brian Dunsing into the game, left-hander for the Twins. 17th appearance, 2-0 mark, 1.84 earned run average. And it's sitting at just 184 against Dunsing. Ortiz takes strike 1. David is 0 for 1 in his career against Dunsing. He was 1 for 3 in the game tonight. That 2-run home run came in the 4th inning. For Ortiz, Kubel heading over to make the catch that ends the inning. Dunsing gets out of the inning. The Red Sox straighten a pair. Played 7. It's 3-1 Red Sox. Jim Thome, Jason Kubel, and Brendan Harris. Clay Buchholz 87 pitches deep as he works here in the 8th. As Thome takes strike 1. Jim Thome is 0 for 2. He's flied out to left field and struck out swinging. Clay Buchholz has done a fabulous job keeping his Twins team to just 4 hits tonight and 1 run through the first 7 innings. '90th pitch of the night, 1-1. Thome's down 1-2.
Buchholz has thrown some very nice changeups tonight to Jim Thome. Got him a strikeout on 1 in the last at bat. This changeup stays inside.
Inside 2-2. Buchholz had retired 8 batters in a row through the middle innings. Two pitch to Thome. Sliders in there for strike 3. 7th strikeout for Buchholz, 1 down in the 8th.
And Thome didn't like that call. He thought that ball was down and away. Take a look at the Amica pitch zone. Well, just a little bit low according to Amica, but a pretty good pitch. See Thome telling the umpire the ball's low.
One out for Jason Kubel. He takes ball 1 down and in. He's the active leader in strikeouts, Jim Thome, 2nd all time. Kubel's 0 for 2 as he fouls off the 1-0. He is lined out to left and struck out looking. 0 for 2 tonight. Down the left field line, Hermida heading over towards the corner. It is a fair ball. He didn't catch it. It's out of our view. At second base is Kubel. He gets into second base with a double with 1 out. Let's see what happened down there in the corner. Ends up behind Hermida.
So he just overran the baseball.
Kubel stands at second base with 1 out. They have given an error to Hermida. So Kubel at second base on the error.
Right now, it doesn't seem like the wind had any effect on that because there hardly is any wind right now. It's pretty much stopped here at Fenway Park.
For Kubel at second, 1 out. Coleman Young pinch hitting for Brendan Harris. And grounding 1 foul outside of third. Whether you're looking to make home improvements, consolidate debt, or pay for college tuition, a home equity line of credit from Eastern Bank is right for you. With flexible terms and great rates, it's the smart solution. Eastern Bank, the best team in banking. Member FDIC. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Tony Bard up in the Boston pen. First action we've seen out there tonight. With 4 home runs on the season, 15 runs batted in. Gardner hoping he can pop one here to tie this game. Oh, 2 pitch. He's on the ground right side of Pedroia. He'll fire to first, and there's 2 down as Kubel takes third.
I couldn't tell if Buchholz got a glove on that and slowed it down a little bit as it was heading out toward Pedroia. Take one more look. Ball heading up the middle, it looks like. May have just deflected it, hard to tell. But Pedroia was in the right spot anyway, so I think even without the deflection, he would have had it.
2 down, Kubel at third base, and Nick Punto, the batter, was walked and grounded out. Strike 1 to Nick Punto. Buchholz can get through this 8th inning. It'll be only the 3rd time a Red Sox starter has completed 8 innings. He's done it once already. Lester the other time. Pitch 100 for Clay Buchholz. It's on the ground right side. Youkilis has got it. Buchholz will cover. The inning is over. They leave Kubel at third base. 3-1.
And Peter Gammons. They'll have highlights as the Yankees host the AL East leading Rays, and Peter weighs in on the Hanley Ramirez saga in Florida. Plus a preview of the Liriano-Lester matchup tomorrow. It's all coming up after the game only on NESN.
Adrian Beltre swinging at the first pitch. It's a fly ball to right field. The Dyer's there, and he makes the catch for the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alexei Casilla takes over at shortstop for the Minnesota Twins after Brendan Harris was hit for by Delman Young. So 1 down here in the 8th inning, and Jeremy Hermida coming up. Hermida has struck out, flied out to center field, and singled. 1 for 3 on the night. And an error in the top half of this inning, but Buchholz worked his way around it. Ball and a strike to Jeremy Hermida. Matt Guerrero is up in the pen for the Twins. Trying to keep this a 2-run deficit at the moment. Minnesota in the top of the 9th inning will have Denard Span, Orlando Hudson, Joe Mauer, and if everybody gets on, Justin Morneau will have a chance. So Bard will be the guy in the ninth. The 1-2 is inside 2-2. Certainly a lot of use for Jonathan Papelbon over the last 3-4 days.
Well, this is just what the doctor ordered tonight for the Red Sox bullpen rest. And Clay Buchholz has given him that.
This is line to first, and it's Morneau who reels it in for the second out of the inning. 2 down.
I think Buchholz is coming out for the ninth.
You're right. At 100 even, so not bad shape in that regard. Bill Hall with 2 outs, bases empty. Takes ball 1 away. He was grounded out to third base, struck out, singled to drive in. Red Sox run their 3rd run of the night. It came in the 6th inning, a 2-out RBI single. Fouled off to the right, 1-1. Now it is Okajima who starts warming up in the pen. On the corner for strike 2, 1-2. Combination of Mauer and Morneau against Okajima. Mauer 1 for 4, Morneau 1 for 9. 1-2. He is fouled down the right field line, still 1-2. Runs, 10 hits, an error for the Red Sox. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Twins. Strike 3 call. Hall is gone, and so are the Red Sox in the 8th. We head to the 9th. It's 3-1 Boston. Sox on top of the Minnesota Twins. Jonathan Van Embry comes into the game in center. And moving from center to left field is Darnell McDonald. It is the 9th inning, and Clay Buchholz is indeed back on the mound. Pitch 101 to Denard Span is in there for strike one. Span has grounded out to second base, doubled and scored the lone Twins run back in the 4th inning, grounded out to second base in the 6th inning. Inside, a ball and a strike to Span. 7 strikeouts for Buchholz through the first 8 innings. He's walked only 1. Okajima and Bard both up in the pen. Outside, ball 2. Span, then Hudson, Maurer, and Morneau if necessary. 2-1. Span breaks his back, grounds it to short. Hall rounds behind it. The throw off balance is not going to be in time. Not close. And the lead runner is on for the Twins here in the 9th.
Yeah, way too much speed down to Span going down that first base line. Hall had to go far, far to his right to try to make this play on a broken bat, and from there's no chance at all he's going to get him at first base.
So a very short leash here with the lead runner getting on, and Terry Francona out to get Clay Buchholz with nobody out here in the 9th. So Buchholz making a bid for the complete game here tonight, but he'll get a great hand from runner gets on, and that is the end for Buchholz, who goes 8+. Responsible for Span at first base. New pitcher is Daniel Bard. 21st appearance of the year, 1-1 mark with a 2.57 ERA. 21 innings, giving up 13 hits, has 26 strikeouts in 21 innings. Orlando Hudson bats. Nobody out here in the 9th. There goes the runner at first. It's down and in, and taking second base is Denard Span.
Yeah, the Red Sox were not holding on Span, so he goes ahead and takes second base. The concern right now is the men that are coming to the plate.
Defensive indifference. Span taking second base. Hudson 1 for 3 in the game, a single back in the first inning. As he takes strike one over the inside corner at 98. Nakajima continues to warm in the pen. We've got Maurer and Morneau coming up next. Inside, ball 2. Broken bat grounder by the mound. Pedroia to his right, fires to first for the out. As Span takes third base. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Noni 7-Day Croissants, Bermuda Tourism, your New England Toyota dealers, Sullivan Tire, and by Southwest Airlines. One out, Denard Span at third base. And Joe Mauer coming up. A 1 for 3 night. He's driven in the only Twins run with his double in the 4th inning. Chance here to do more damage. Mauer against Bard, 0 for 1 in his career. There's strike one at 99. Span with an infield hit to begin the inning, took second on the defensive indifference. Now at third on the ground out to second base by Orlando Hudson. Ground ball to first base. Youkilis was taking himself as the run scores. In from third base to Span. It's a 1-run game.
Immediately following the game tonight, it's WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC and Peter Gammons. They'll bring you podium reaction from Clay Buchholz and Terry Francona. Plus, have the latest updates on Jacoby Ellsbury and Mike Cameron. It's all coming up after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live.
So Mauer drives in the runs the Twins have so far. They're 2 down in the inning, and Justin Morneau now the batter. In the dirt for ball 1. And run he is charged to Clay Buchholz, who ends up giving up 2 in 8+ innings, 5 hits, a walk, and 7 Ks.
What a terrific outing for Clay Buchholz in this game tonight.
Chance to get his 5th win of the year. Comes in at 4-3. 1 out away. As Morneau waits on a 1-0. There's strike 1, 1-1 at 98. And in, and it is 2-1. Morneau tonight has struck out twice, once swinging, once looking, singled in the 7th, 1 for 3 night. All that was against Clay Buchholz. Outside ball 3. To lead the league in walks coming into tonight, have had just 1 in the game. And Punto walked back in the 3rd inning. 3-1 now to Morneau. Ball 4, and there is the second walk allowed by Boston tonight. There are only limited spots left for the Run to Home Base race presented by New Balance this Sunday. You can help wounded veterans through this 5.5-mile race that ends by crossing home plate at Fenway Park. Advance registration is required, so sign up today. If you can't run, you can still help by sponsoring one of the many veterans running to help others. Or join Jerry Remy's team. To learn more, visit runtohomebase.org now. 2 outs in the ninth. Justin Morneau is at first base representing the tying run. And Michael Kadire, who is 0 for 3 in the game. 1 for 2 against Bard with a home run in his career. Fouls it straight back for strike one.
He was jumping on that first fastball from Daniel Bard. Looks like that fastball had a little cut to it.
Tying run at first base, 2 outs in the ninth. Morneau gains his lead. There's strike 2, and it's 0-2. Struck out, grounded out, bounced into a double play. Daniel Bard looking for his second career save. The 0-2 pitch to Kadire. Line into right field, a base hit. Morneau touches second, a little bit of a stumble. He'll stop there. And this continues in the ninth. First and second, 2 down. Kadire comes up with a base hit.
A little too good pitch right there from Daniel Bond on an 0-2 count. Fastball down the middle, and Kadire shoots it the other way for the base hit. He wanted to go way outside. Instead, they got too much at home plate. And Daniel Bond upset with himself on his head of 0-2 in that count.
So power versus power coming up. Jim Thome will be the next batter. Is 0 for 2 against Daniel Bard in his career as he comes up here. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Also 0 for 2 against Hideki Okojima, who is out in the pen. Jim Thome bats at 2 outs. The Twins making noise in the ninth. They've gotten a run back so far to get within a run. A 2-out RBI single by Bill Hall is large now, back in the 6th inning. Gave the Red Sox their 3rd run.
I always get a little scared when I see that shift on when a man at second base, especially in a 1-run ball game.
Thome takes strike 1.
An accident ground ball, the shortstop, and this game's tied.
Top, ball 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the ninth. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Got the first 2 batters he faced in Hudson and Bauer, but a walk to Morneau. Single with 2 strikes to Kadire. 2 on, 2 outs. Tying run in scoring position in the ninth. It's a 2-1 to Jim Thome. Thome chops it right side at second base. Pedroia's got it. The throw. He is good, and the Red Sox win. Twins make it interesting in the end, but the Red Sox come away with the victory in Game 1 of this 3-2 game series. And Clay Buchholz a winner tonight as he goes 8+ innings. And picks up his 5th win, and tonight really all about Clay Buchholz, Sherry.
Well, he's certainly the star of the ball game. You know, the bullpen desperately needed some rest, and he gave it to them. Strong innings by Buchholz. Had all the pitches going for him. Excellent changeup, good breaking ball, good fastball, and of course, Big Poppy's home run, the big blast in the game for the Red Sox.
Win